Hello everyone, I am Shilpa Jackson, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Applications from the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Welcome to the lecture series of the subject Introduction to ASP.NET and C#. In the previous video, we discussed about the commonly used server-side technology, that is ASP.NET. We saw the basic introduction of ASP.NET, the need of .NET framework and also the features of .NET framework. In this video, we are going to discuss the components of .NET framework. So, let us begin with the video. In this video, we are going to discuss the programming platform .NET framework and the components of .NET framework. First of all, let us understand what is this programming platform .NET framework. The .NET framework is a software development platform which was introduced by Microsoft in the late 1990s. It is a virtual machine that provides a common platform to run the applications that was built using different languages such as C#, VB.NET, Visual Basic, etc. The main objective of this framework is to develop an application that can run on Windows platform. So, as you can see on the screen, this is the basic structure of .NET framework. These are the components, beginning with common language runtime, which is the main execution engine. Then coming with the library, that is framework class library. Then coming to the various web services, web form, Windows form. Then common language specification, and then all the programming languages in which we can code, that is VB, C++, C#, F#, JavaScript, etc. And in the left side you can see the tool which we use to do the coding, that is Visual Studio. Let us understand about the different components one by one. The very first component is common language runtime. This is the core component of .NET framework. It manages the life cycle of all .NET applications. When a programmer writes the program, this is called source code. This source code needs to be compiled to check if there are any errors. So, for this purpose, we have a compiler called JIT compiler. JIT stands for Just in Time Compiler in .NET to compile the source code into intermediate language code, that is ILC. So, here the CLR is a program execution engine that loads and executes the program. It converts the intermediate language code into a native code which is now executed by the CPU. It also handles exceptions. It also takes care of the memory management and garbage collection. The next component of .NET framework is CTS, that is Common Type Specification. From the name itself, it is clear that it describes a set of types, the different data types that can be used in different .NET languages in common. It ensures that the objects written in different .NET languages can interact with each other. These types can be value type, that is passed by value and store in the stack. The second is reference type, passed by reference and stored in the heap. The next component of .NET framework is CLS, that is Common Language Specification. This component defines a minimum set of features that must be supported by all languages that target CLR. Sometimes there is a need for code written in one language to access another language, but programming languages that target CLR are different from one another. For example, C# is case sensitive, but VB is not. This causes a problem when we access code written in one language from another language. So, .NET has come up with common language specification to solve this problem. The next component of .NET framework is framework class library. It is a standard library that is a collection of thousands of classes, namespaces, interfaces and value types that are used to build an application in .NET framework. The base class library is a subpart of the framework that provides library support to common language runtime to work properly. The next component of .NET framework is core languages. So, these are the core languages available in .NET framework: WinForms, ASP.NET, ADO.NET, WPF, WCF, Link and many more. Let us see them one by one. First is WinForms. It is a graphical user interface class library included as a part of Microsoft .NET framework, which is used to develop cloud applications for desktops, laptops, PCs, etc. The second one is ASP.NET. ASP.NET is a web framework designed and developed by Microsoft, which is used to develop desktop applications, web applications, web services and many more. The third one here is ADO.NET. The ADO here stands for Active Database Object. It is a module in .NET framework which is used to establish a connection between application and the data source. The data source can be MySQL server and XML. It consists of classes that can be used to connect, retrieve, insert and delete data from the database. The next is WPF, that is Windows Presentation Foundation. It is a graphical subsystem produced by Microsoft for rendering user interface in Windows based application. The next is WCF, that is Windows Communication Foundation. It is a framework for building service oriented applications. Using this, you can send data as asynchronous messages from one service endpoint to another. The last is Link, that is Language Integrated Query. As the name suggests, it is a query language which is used to make the query for data sources with C# or Visual Basic Programming languages. In the next video, we will discuss about Common Language Runtime and JIT compiler in detail. Thank you.